Hi guys, Skinsfanatic here. Just a quick reminder before we get started on tonight's show that if you haven't already, please go down the bottom and subscribe to my channel. Throw me a few likes. Be much appreciated. All right guys, enjoy the show. Oh yeah, it's that time of the week. Skinsfanatic Live. Put your 2 1s up and raise your cups up. Skinsfanatic's back, so prepared to get jacked up. Started out here in the TTC while repping my team. Shout out to the BG. But hold up, cause rolling in like thunder. It's Skinsfanatic Live from the land down under. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Hit it like it's summer, got the goods here, boy. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up,
everybody? Not much. Still trying my best to come down after Giants victory last week. You know, we've got a big game. Days away now, so you know the Super Bowl rematch. The Buffalo Bills traveling to Buffalo, so really looking forward to that now. Trying to focus on that, and did go over the game tape for that last quarter of the Giants game again, just to get my head around what actually happened. Haven't done much, the all 22 or anything like that, but look, there's definitely some things we need to clean up heading into Buffalo this week, and I look forward to seeing the progression of the team and seeing if that defense is going to improve this week. Some good players on that team for Buffalo.
Yeah, there is, and that does seem to be the big question mark on the team at the moment is the defense. For some reason, it hasn't been up to our expectations early. It's still there. I don't think that there's any reason for any panic, but we just would like to see a little bit more aggression and some big plays made. Look, this defense didn't really come through for us last year until mid-season. Don't think anyone. We were all excited about Chase Young, but no one really rated our defensive line until Montez Sweat ran one back against the Dallas Cowboys, and then it was the talk of the town. So really, we're just waiting for a big play to happen there, and we can all move on and move forward. But I'm not panicking yet on the defense. Buffalo will be another big test for us, no doubt. They're well coached. Allen now has proven himself to be a solid quarterback, so he's going to give us, some troubles. It's going to be a big game, a test.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I think one of the the things that I was saying about the expectations of the defense this season was, like you said, that they started to really come on halfway through the year last year, and I think everyone's expected it from the jump this year, and it hasn't quite panned out that way just yet, and we're just that's what we're expecting. We're expecting, Chase Young to get 4 sacks a game. We're expecting Montez Sweat to be ripping balls out from behind, and we're expecting Cam Curl to be running back pick sixes, and that being the staple of what we're winning, why we're winning games. And 2 weeks in, and there's a little bit of uncertainty right now about the defense, and it
which is fair enough. But I think these one of these things that will take time, and as long as we can stay afloat right now, and stay in some games, we'll have a chance to pull some out at the end, as we saw against the Giants. We gave up
Absolutely.
we gave up some big plays against the Giants, but we also did make some defensive stops there towards the end, and yes, we did get a little bit lucky, but let's be honest, to win games in the NFL, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, and
Yeah, you play to win the game, and luck. You bring your own luck sometimes with the attitude that you've got, and the way you play to your coach's schemes.
that's right. That's right. You create your own luck, don't you?
Yeah, and look, I will say that it, compare if we want to compare last season to this season. Last season, after week 2, look, the house had fallen down. Kyler Murray absolutely embarrassed us. With the way that the Arizona Cardinals came out in week 2 last year, and the positive thing is the defense is actually better. You know, we haven't played Kyler Murray again yet. I think we do have him this year. I'm not quite sure. I
No.
don't. Okay. Well, we could possibly play him in the playoffs if we're good enough to make it. So there's
Yep.
going to be some tests for our defense coming, no doubt.
Oh, well, we've got to look at. All you have to do is look at the schedule, and an abundance of tests coming. Like
Hmm.
we have some opponents coming up, and you look at the schedule if you want to go ahead and look forward, but like look at the Raiders. We've got the Raiders before we start our division run in December. Like the Raiders are looking, like a good team. We've got the Carolina Panthers, who we probably had chalked in for a victory, and now they're looking like a pretty good team. Um, you know, but they might look at us and say, "Oh, well, we've got Washington coming up, and that'll be a
Yeah.
win." But in a few weeks' time, they'll be saying, "Well, look, Washington's a pretty good team." Who knows? But we think we're a pretty good team, and we've
Yeah.
got way too much talent to not be a good team. So just got to put it
Yeah.
all together.
We do. We do. Going into look, this this game on the weekend against the Bills, it can really move things forward for us with the attitude that we will have. At, more importantly for the players, they need to know that they can do it. Uh, the fans, I don't know how they're going to react. You saw last week we got a victory against the New York Giants, but still the sky was falling down. So, I mean, I don't really put too much emphasis in, what the Twitter base is saying, but you can see that, there is a little bit of concern. But look, we're moving the ball. We are capable of putting points on the score. It's something that we struggled with last year, you
Mm.
know, and that's
Yeah,
Jack Del
well,
Rio. He's all about getting wins. Like if we win the game, then our defense was better than theirs, wasn't it?
yeah, I guess so. Well, that's right. I mean, it's team sport, so winning the game's the ultimate goal. It's not like you know Jack Del Rio was not happy that we didn't win the game because his defense is not up to standards. But like a lot of the coaches are like that. They wouldn't be satisfied with anything really. It's
Yeah,
you be satisfied when you go to sleep the night you win the Lombardi. Like
yeah,
that's the night you're satisfied, and
yeah,
like we know that, and we've got ways to go. And look, Del Rio, he was good last year at making certain adjustments, and our defense really stepped up in the second half of games. I thought we were a good team at making some adjustments, and even Scott Turner, who most people don't really like either for some reason. We haven't had a popular OC in Washington, for way too long now. Like, everyone's their own little couch OC, and
Yeah.
Thinks they know when to run the ball and what runs to play and what routes to run, and but
And they also know
yeah.
which quarterback to get in the next year's draft and things like that. Very, very clever people.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, some of the smartest collection of some of the smartest brains in one room.
Yeah.
That room being Twitter.
Yeah. I think
thought Elon Musk was smart.
I think the expectations over there are we need to finish 14-2, so we can say, well, this team is better than the 1991 side. Like, seriously, we need to let that shit go and just play the season, let it roll. Hopefully we do get some wins, but come on, I don't think we're going to be 14-2 or 14-3 just yet. It does take some time.
What gets me with these fans no, look, I'm not putting them all in the same boat, but like, you see some of them, they'll tell you that with the coach, called the wrong play, and then you'll see that same person ask, like, on game day, like, what channel's the game on?
Yeah.
Like, if you're following the team that much, I mean, like, I already know, like, well, okay, it's a 4:00 game this week, and whatever it is, but I'm pretty much, if you're on, you're on. Be on. Don't just sit there and tell me that the coach isn't calling the right plays, and then ask everybody what channel the game's on.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
There's some issues. There's some issues there that Jason Wright and management are slowly trying to sort out. The confidence isn't there with the fan base for some reason. It seems that we are more excited about what kind of crowd that the Buffalo Bills have, rather than building up our own crowd and showing a little bit of guts ourselves and putting our balls on the line. It's going to be a hostile environment, but I don't remember the Buffalo Bills winning a Super Bowl for 30 years. I'm not sure that they are the greatest NFL team at the moment. I know you have them as an early prediction for the Super Bowl this year. That's fine. We know that they are a good team, and they may be there in the end, but that they are beatable.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, let's not get it twisted. I mean, not like we're going into Arrowhead this week to play the Chiefs. Like, look, they're the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
We know who they are. Like, we know. Look, Josh Allen is a high caliber quarterback who incidentally isn't really having the best start to the season right now. Now, which is going to stand up this week? Is it going to be Josh Allen having his game that says, okay, Josh Allen's back to his best? Or is it going to be the defense, our defense showing up and says, there's that Washington defense that, we've been waiting to see. That's what I'm interested to see. And, of course, Taylor Heineke's first ever road start. So, ever. So, how will he handle that? And I am excited to see that. I don't know, will he hold him or will he fold him? We will find out.
Yeah.
And
Oh, look, I like the road games. Washington, over the last couple of years, we understand that we're not getting bums on seats at the home ground, and sometimes these players are playing better when they've got a chip on their shoulder. And if they want to have 80,000 people in that stadium who don't believe in us, well, I mean, we can turn around and we can show them what we've got, and hopefully that will encourage some people in DC to actually get some tickets and fill the stadium up and you know show some fucking guts.
yeah,
Don't wait till the end of I don't want people waiting. Or are they waiting till the end of the season, like to uh, hopefully beat Dallas and then come on? Oh, we are elite,
Mhm.
yes, and then fucking not turn up to the week one next year because we lost in the playoffs. Like, it's a
yeah,
shame that last year's season wasn't played in front of some home crowds as small as they would have been.
yeah,
It seems that last year now was for nothing because and I support
yeah,
people who are at the stadium, but it's it's created more of a job now for Jason Wright and Ron Rivera to turn this team around because there's lots of talking heads.
yeah. We've got R2 Ramu's here in the green room. He says to me, wild card weekend will include a Monday night game. Is that what he's saying? I think that's what he means.
Yeah, yeah, they've just announced that.
Uh-huh. Well, there it is,
Correct.
breaking news. Yeah, if R2 is ready, breaking news. Yeah, if R2 is ready to come on, we'll come on with R2 because we got a lot of things. Not a lot of things we want to get to, but we don't want to be here all night tonight. We want to have a
Well, the
quick
Rams, the
show.
Rams are actually in probably the game of the week against the Rocket Man and
Oh
Tampa
yeah,
Bay Buccaneers. So
oh
I
yeah,
mean that is one of the biggest games this weekend for
yeah.
non-Washington football fans.
And I just want to let everybody know, the viewers know, that the link, if you want to come on for a chat, is in the comments section. So um, click on that and you'll pop up and I'll add you in. And if you want to have a quick spiel, anyone want to have a little talk about their team and break down the opponent this week, we can do that. So
Yeah. Before we move on, we will mention. Yeah, you mentioned that Taylor Heineke is on the road. What we need to see from our offense is, you know, I think we're going to face a few blitzes this weekend,
mm,
and the Bills tend to uh, blitz a lot of cornerbacks and safeties. So it's something that we need to be aware of. Um, Last week, the Giants, they compressed their defensive front on Taylor, and he likes to drop back and then step up and then see if he's got something.
mm,
And they took that away from him last week, but he passed the ball well from the pocket. But he's Taylor is very good at, he gets that blitz in his face and he makes that, he steps forward and then, okay, it's not there, he's away, he's gone.
yeah,
Um, so, yeah, I think he's going to handle it.
yeah. Well, we saw the Bills bring everybody last week against Miami, didn't they? So they play a different style of defense and
Yeah.
going to be interesting. Look, is Heineke a road warrior? Does he have that in him? We'll find out. Well, we won't find out because you know,
Mm-hmm.
you've got to put a body of work in to get that tag. But
Yeah.
if he balls out on the
Oh,
road, woo,
I
It's going
love
to be.
road games, like just getting that first down and the touchdowns and just shutting the crowd up and it goes all quiet and it's, and our boys are on the sideline, yeah,
Mm.
building that momentum.
Oh yeah.
It's character building, so yeah, really looking forward to this one. I'm not scared about the road. As I said, we've played better on the road over the past years. Yeah, I mean, I know this is Ron's second year and probably first year against actual opponents' crowds. But if you even go back to the group days, we had no choice but to win on the road because the fans weren't turning up when Jay Gruden was coaching either.
No, no, no. The fan base has dwindled away for multiple reasons. Not because they're not the coach isn't the most popular person on the sidelines. It's a lot to do with the ownership, and it's a lot to do with now the name. And look, we've got it. We've got a mountain to climb to get back to where we want to be. I think we're
Mm-hmm.
getting there. I think we're getting there. Like,
We are going to get there. It's
yeah,
slow, but I'll show some look. You show some fucking respect. Get out to the games. Don't think you're going to turn up next year after we win the Super Bowl and think that you're fucking being part of it. Be part of it now before it's too long.
I agree. I do that. I understand. Like, fuck, stadiums apparently like bitch to get to. The stadium is not very good. From what I've been told. Um, like things like that. It's a motherfucker. Like, and it's expensive. But apparently they're going. Cheap tickets were going as cheap as $40 last week. So that doesn't sound too expensive to me. But
Yeah. And they've fixed up their concession now. You can get your hot dogs on your phone app and it will be delivered to you in your seat. So there's no more lining up for food. So there's no excuses, people.
there you go. Well, that changes everything.
Yeah. You get your hot dogs delivered to you at your seat.
Yeah, hot dogs in your beer. Just don't
Yeah.
spill them on the way. You get there and your fucking beer's half full. Because I know when I go to a sporting event, like I'm not coming back to my seat spilling beer. I'm at least taking a good inch off each beer before I start walking back to my seat.
Oh, yeah.
My tray of 4 beers, one tray for each quarter. Yeah. Well, we did have R2, but I don't know. He's looks like he's having a glitch on again tonight. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh,
So
okay.
last week he had a smooth connection, and now tonight he's looks like he sold the sheets or something. I don't know what he's doing, but when he comes back, we'll throw him in. But if Trent wants to come on, Trent, we're here. We want to talk about your Cowboys, but yeah, we're just working on here. We got the Cowboys do have a Monday Night Football this week against the Eagles, so
Yeah,
should be a
the
good game.
division.
R2, you good? Well, let's see. Bringing him in. R2,
Hello.
what's going on?
G'day. Oh,
Good. Yeah, good.
awesome. That is that Monday night game in that Super Wildcard weekend because of the Manning Brothers podcast show they're doing streaming.
No,
And the NFL's gone.
because they
Let's
expanded.
keep them going.
Yeah, they expanded the NFL playoffs last year with the extra wild card game. So yeah, look, I don't know how it's going to work out, like, because if you play on Monday night, then you're going to have a short week turnaround for the next Sunday game. So we'll see how people. I don't think it's a big issue, but it will be brought up. Oh shit, we've only got a shorter preparation than them. So I think that they will probably put that seventh seed on the Monday night game. Because it makes sense. If you're seventh seed, then you really do have to have a tougher run.
Yeah, that's right. That makes perfect
Yeah,
sense.
okay,
I mean,
exactly.
yeah, like you and then the next, like if you win in that Monday night football slot, then you're probably going to have like the Sunday late game or whatever. You know, you're not going to be like a Saturday game or something. It's
No,
or Sunday
yeah,
lunchtime. It's going to be like the latest possible slot.
yeah.
You know, available after that. So yeah, look, the whole extra playoff teams and the 17-week schedule and all that. It's it's a big money thing. It's all about the TV and the ratings and the getting that prime time game on that everyone says, "Fuck yeah, let's go watch this." And
I think what you'll also have this year, I might be wrong, but I
Well, this
did
is it.
hear that on the first weekend there
It's going
might
to
be
have some feathers ruffled.
a Thursday night game or a Friday night game. So it might be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
yeah, right.
If
Damn,
that's what anyone heard.
Oh,
I haven't heard
wow.
that.
Yeah, you've just, yeah, that's the possibility, isn't it? But
Yeah.
either way, as we get closer to it, it's got the potential to ruffle some feathers. Like you say, playing on the Monday, yes, it is going to be a short turnaround. Has to be. It's going to be. Deal with it
Yeah,
or sook about it.
I know. Well, who's complaining? You're in the playoffs, for fuck's sake. I mean,
Yeah. No, I won't be. I won't be complaining. You know, unless
Oh,
someone.
we've never had Monday nights before.
go on, Pete. What were you saying?
No, I wasn't going to interrupt. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Well, it's Anyway, playoffs. We're talking about playoffs. We're lucky to win another
Good
game.
one.
Like
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
you've
Shit.
nailed it, Skinsfanatic.
It's code red this weekend.
Oh no, it's code blue. You'll be right. It's not code red just yet. Look, I predicted a 3-1 start, so if we
Yeah.
beat the Bills, then we'll have the expectations will be flog the Falcons. That's the way the NFL works, right?
Well,
You
I mean,
beat a
I
good
know.
team, you flog all the other ones.
Yeah.
So-
Who knows how our fans are going to react if we beat Buffalo Bills?
Oh,
I
Super
don't
Bowl
know.
rings.
Yeah.
Look, it's a
It's gonna
winnable
be
game.
awesome.
I think it is. But we have to play better than what we did last week. Defense has got to make a few plays and maybe put some points on the board, perhaps. I think
Okay,
that's a possibility.
speaking
What
of
is that
defense,
feedback you're getting?
Oh, I'm sitting next to a hot water system here, and I think people are getting ready for bed here.
Right.
It should stop shortly.
You're
yeah, speaking of defense, I feel like I need to speak on it now because last week I jumped on this show and mentioned the Crazy Brave and got under your Skinsfanatic.
You did.
glitching
I
out, bro.
and said you need to step up. And now I've seen my side play. So it's hard to get critical on the Rams defense when they do a goal line stop and then sack the quarterback on fourth down. Next set.
No, where were you going with that? Have we lost you? Oh,
We
you there?
get the ball. Yeah. So, yeah, look, talking about being critical on your team's defence, yeah. And then we get an intercept to finish the play. So it's hard to pick on it, but I have expected more so far. Like, I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah, I didn't get
So
much of
don't
that.
panic, football team.
You were glitching out hard there, so I'm
Yeah, I think
sorry I
I've got
missed most of
dramas
that.
with it cutting out.
I know you got dramas. I know you got
Yeah,
the
Crazy
dramas.
Bros glitching for me too.
Okay, well, we got Crazy
It only
Brave.
takes one play on defence to really get a fan base upset. Huge overreaction at 3rd and 16 in week 1. It happens. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles gave up a 4th and 26 in a wild card game. Like, like when it's on the line and you've got to make a big play, the offense, it's either the offense or the defense. Someone's going to make a big play, and that's what it's about. We defense is going to be put in a lot tougher situations than 3rd and 16. The season will move on. We'll all get over it. Yeah, it's important to make the stop, but we need to just keep improving each week. We got the skill players there. We'll see what happens on that day. Yeah.
Wasn't that Green Bay who gave up that 4th and 26? It
It
was
might
against
have
the
been.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were like, we didn't want the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl or whatever, and the Packers needed to just make this stop on 4th and 26, and they were going to go to the Super Bowl or something, and the fucking Eagles got a first down. Like, it's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
How would you feel about that?
Well, you'd have 6 months to get over it until the new season starts. Fortunately for Green Bay and Philadelphia fans, they do have a little bit of spirit. But I mean, if that kind of shit happens to our team, disaster.
Yeah, and they tasted the wine a little. They've both tasted the wine since that game. So, fuck them. Yeah. No, well, that was good old days. The good old days. Let's talk about the good old days. Yeah.
Them good old boys.
No. Well, look, the Rams last week lucky to hang on to that win against the Colts. Colts gave a lot more than I thought they would, so I think I had the Rams winning that one by 21 points, and what was it, 4 points in the end or something like that? So
I think you had 14, and it was 3 in the end. But I realised later after I did my tips, I'm like, actually the Colts are a pretty good team, and I'm not, the Rams have blown out teams, but it's not a big regular occurrence for us as well. So, and Wentz doing his thing, I just thought, but that first defense stop and then Cup to Stafford. The Cup is just off its head at the moment. Wow. If I was to be sad about our offense, man, that would hurt. But I'm seeing some magic going on there.
I noticed that. Oh, sorry there, Skinsfanatic. Just a quick something. I noticed that Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers was very excited about that hookup too.
Was he there? Was he?
Yeah.
I don't think he was there.
Dancing in his lounge room again.
Yeah, he was really onto that game last week. Yeah. Highly into it.
Good stuff.
There you go.
So I didn't. So Fleas
and Tampa Bay this weekend.
Yeah, well, we were getting to
No,
that.
he'd
We're
be
going to
on
get to
the.
that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh no, yeah. Well, there is a lot to get to, but no, that's yeah, something the Rams are looking forward to. I think back home at Sofa.
So
Should be
far,
good.
so far. Yeah, it should be a good game. Should be a good game. Do you want to get to the picks? We've spent half an hour here on sort of talking about the Bills and that, and do you want to
Yeah,
get to
we
the
need
picks
to move
now?
on.
Yeah, we'll move on to the picks.
We
You
are going
cool
to
with
have
that,
a
Ralph?
While this is good.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
Yes.
All right. So, well, I picked Carolina to win by 7 today. So got the win. Didn't get the points. It's
You would have had two, did you? Or
no, I had them by 7.
yeah, but you would have scored 2 points, didn't you?
Oh, maybe
I
why they
believe
won
he
by.
scored.
Well, you were the closest to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I hadn't checked that.
Skinsfanatic did.
Yeah, I haven't actually
Closest.
checked that yet. But did assuming that you picked Carolina, there are two.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, excellent.
Yeah, me and R2 both had the Panthers by 3.
Yeah, well, see, you got in my head too. You were like Panthers by 3, locked it in. And I was like, sounds like a good pick. And then I remembered that Houston's backup quarterback, was out, Tyrod Taylor. So I added, 4 more points to that. All right. The Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. It is an early game, 1 o'clock game. I'm having a hard time seeing Tennessee losing this game. They were strong last week, bounced back after their week 1 disappointment. I've got Tennessee Titans by 9 points. The Colts were impressive against the Rams, so that should be a very interesting game, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts actually won it. But Tennessee by 9 for me.
Yeah, this game has stung me in the past. You all look at the Tennessee Titans and think that they are the superior team in the South, but the Colts do play them well. But this week I do like Henry and Tennessee's running game at home, and I've got them by 11.
Yeah, like we were talking about before with the Colts against the Rams. They're 8 wins from 9 games on the road at the moment. But Tennessee, I will back their ability in this, and I like the running game. He's one of my favourites, Henry. I love watching him. Yeah, by 8.
Titans by 8 from R2 Ramu. Yeah, good little. We're all around the same mark there. This should be an interesting one because we have Atlanta coming up the week after, but Atlanta Falcons at New York Giants. I did flip flop on this one a bit, and I thought, well, if we are going to beat Atlanta, and then Atlanta, I don't know how good they are. I don't think they're very good. Showed a little bit of heart last week against the Bucks, but the Giants are at home, so I've got to give them the edge in this one. I'm giving the Giants a 7-point win here against Atlanta. Obviously, I'll be hoping that Atlanta wins, but Giants by 7.
Yeah, I like the Giants. I know that the Giants can't be trusted, but I think the Atlanta Matt Ryan, he's losing the strength in his arm, and he's missing some big plays, and I think it's going to be a concern for them as the season goes on. I'm going to back the Giants by 3 in a late field goal.
Okay.
Interesting because the two games Atlanta have played this year, they've allowed 40 plus points against. That's the most in the league, I'm sure. And Matt Ryan's losing it, on massive losing game streak, and it's the longest and biggest one they've had since drafting Matt Ryan. So I'm going to have to go New York by 20.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look,
Up.
if they run all over. Daniel Jones runs all over Atlanta like he does us. Yeah, and they are leaking points. Then that could be spot on. Spot on. Some good games this week. It's good division
Oh,
games.
yeah.
The Los Angeles Chargers at Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs.
Mm.
I was tempted to pick the Chargers in this game because I really like the Chargers. I think they lost to Dallas last week, but Kansas City has the offense, but I just think they're going to let the Chargers in this game. The Chargers are going to move the ball against them. But I'm picking Kansas City by 3 on a late field goal. Not that that's going to make any difference, but Kansas City by 3.
Yeah, I
I think
remember
it's a
this
safe
game
pick.
last year. I think it was Keenan Allen had that touchdown disallowed in the final play of the game. He was ruled his second foot didn't come down, and all of Crazy Braves punters just won massively that weekend. So yeah, it's a hard one to pick, but I'm not sold on San Diego's defense, and I think if Pat Mahomes can move that ball early, I think that they're going to really try to establish themselves as the big dog in the AFC West. I've got the Chiefs by 12 points.
Yeah.
Interesting, the AFC. Kansas City 31 of the last 35 games against their AFC West opponents. So only dropping 4 out of 35 games. And I've got a soft spot for the Chargers head coach. But I can't go past Kansas City. I'll take them by 10 in this one.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, everyone's got their picks, but I just can't see the Chargers getting 10 points isn't a blowout by no stretch. Yeah, the Chargers are going to keep. They're going to be in every game this year. I really like
27-17.
Justin Herbert.
He's got a cannon.
17. Yeah, he's going to be around for a long time, making plays. So, the worry.
Yep.
Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers. Right now, I just don't know about them. I'm a little concerned. Great showing against Buffalo. Shit the bed last week. Who'd they play last week? They shit the bed.
One of my big picks last week, the Bengals.
They did.
Very disappointing.
Yeah, they didn't play the Bengals though.
No.
They're playing the Bengals this week.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
The Bengals got done by the Bears, bouncing back after the Rams.
Who did Pittsburgh lose to last week though? Who'd they lose to?
No, the
Cleveland.
Steelers won, didn't they?
Oh.
No, they beat Buffalo in week 1. They lost last week.
No.
I can bring that up. Just give me half a tick here.
The Steelers crumbled to the Raiders, who are on a bit of a...
yes. Yes, you're right. They lost to the Raiders, yes. Who are a very good team. But anyway, Cincinnati's playing good too, but I'm going to give the Steelers an edge here. So one of those big
Let's keep
rivalry
going.
games. It's not Browns. It's not Browns Steelers, but Bengals Steelers. So Steelers by 3 for me. Just a lot of by threes for me so far this week. I know.
It's this week is actually harder to pick. You know, very hard to pick. Yeah, Bengals. After I was high on them early on in the season, bit disappointed with their performance last week against the Bears. I am going to back the Steelers by 6 this week. In what you do say, yes, it is a division game. Yeah, and it'll be a lot tougher than probably expect. But yeah, I'm going to stick with the experience of Mike Tomlin and his Steelers and go with them by 6.
Too.
This game action. Yeah. I think they'll be up for it. I think this could be something that they've got going, coming to the place. They've one win from 15 and a draw on the road. But there's something about it, and I'm still not sold on the Steelers. So I'm going Cincinnati by 1 in this one.
Okay, yeah. So I was tempted to pick the Bengals. I was, but they haven't impressed me since week 1. So
Is that in Cincinnati?
yeah, he said Cincinnati by 1.
No, it's at
No,
Pittsburgh.
is the game in Cincinnati?
Oh yeah, no, it's in Pittsburgh. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Chicago Bears. That's the Cleveland Browns. Justin Fields has been named the starter this week for the Bears. That's going to be something to watch. I'm not sure if he's just been the Red Rifles been benched or he's hurt. I don't know, but I think they've just decided. Okay, Fields will be starting. So tough game to start in Cleveland for the young rookie. Browns are great at moving the ball. Cleveland by 16 points for me in this game.
Mm-hmm. The Browns are very tough football team this year. The way Baker Mayfield was taking the hits last week and sorted himself out on the sideline, he's got a real determination to be there at the end of the year. I like the Browns in this one by 13. I do expect Justin Fields to probably excite a few people. There is some doubts about his ability, seeing that the head coach, said that he wasn't ready. He's not ready. But I don't think that means anything when you put a quarterback back there and you let him play football, and he knows how to avoid these blokes. He's got some legs, as a lot of the modern day quarterbacks can, and it's tough to really know what's going to happen here with him. So I'm expecting, some fireworks, but I do like the Browns' determination here, and I've got them by 13.
Yep.
Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm leaning on the Browns too. The Bears have a 9-game winning streak against FC North opponents. And the rookie quarterback this week, I like what I saw on against the Rams and last week again, but I'll take the Browns by 15.
Do you mind just repeating
15.
that? 15. what he said?
Browns by 13.
Browns by 13. Okay, right. Yeah, you're having you're having good moments, and you're not having such good moments. So, all right, we got you. Okay. The Baltimore Ravens
Okay.
at the Detroit Lions. Baltimore had that very crazy win over the Chiefs last week, and a little bit of luck was involved, I guess you could say. You know, it happens. A few fumbles, dipshit, fucking goes for it on fourth down in his own half. Not the play, yeah. Anyway, they're playing Detroit, Baltimore by 20.
Yeah. Detroit Lions. Well, my big pick in week 2, and I'll tell you what, they had the Packers on the rocks for about 2 quarters, and yeah, really hard to pick the Lions again this week. So for that fact, I'm not, and I've actually forgotten now who they're playing because I've just gone on about the Lions too much.
Baltimore.
The Ravens. Yeah, I haven't watched much Baltimore Ravens this season. I'll be honest with you, after 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens by 4 points in this one. I'm not sold on the Baltimore Ravens. They've got some injury problems, but as I did admit, I have not seen too much Baltimore. So Ravens fans, lay off me.
Well, look, I can tell you this: Lamar Jackson's doing Lamar Jackson things. Like he's Lamar Jackson, and they've got that Hollywood Brown, and yeah, they got some weapons on offense.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, R2 go for it.
Yeah, well, and at the moment, the offense on the Detroit side of the fence is working some things out. They seem like they could get a win. They're doing it for about it. As for massive amounts of that team, I don't see that they have to get over the Ravens this weekend. Go Ravens by might shave that. I'll give the Lions a bit more. I'm going to go by 12.
Okay. Hang on, sorry, what? You've picked the Lions by 12?
No, Ravens by 12.
Oh, okay. Right. New Orleans, this is a tough one, man. New Orleans Saints at the New England Patriots. I had the Saints, and then I flipped it back over, and I'm like, you know what? New England's at home. New England have got some decent players, man. Oh, I don't know. And then I went to the TAB and I looked at the line. I looked at the prices, and Patriots by 2. I just don't know this one. I was not, Jameis Winston week 1, fucking gold. Week 2, average. So, hard to say.
Yeah, it is a hard game to pick. That's for that reason that Winston looked good in week 1, and in week 2 he put too much salt in the pound cake. But I'm going to back the Saints again. To bounce back. I think New England are slowly on the way out. Yeah, they're well coached, but this is one of my big picks of the week, and I'm going to back the Saints.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't get over the home field advantage here for the Patriots, so I'll take them by 6. And the same sort of pattern here with the quarterback. Saints pretty long. Good week, bad week. Good week, bad week for both of these teams with their quarterbacks.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, Patriots.
Arizona. Yep. The Arizona Cardinals at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, the line was actually pretty short on this, but I have Arizona winning this one by 11. I'm still waiting to see something more from Jacksonville, but they're not going to be able to stop Kyler Murray. Look, the Arizona Cardinals are playing exceptional football right now, and they're going to be hard to beat. They're going to beat a lot of teams this year, and if Murray keeps playing the way he's playing, look out, the league is on notice. So, Arizona.
He'll be on the front cover of Madden next year.
He will be on the front cover of Madden next year.
Yep.
He's trending in that direction. And he'll be the fucking everyone's favourite player, and we won't be able to stop him. Yeah, I've got Arizona by 11.
Yep. Well, I've been keeping a slight eye on the Jacksonville Jaguars and the number one pick in the draft, Trevor Lawrence. He can make a pass when he has the protection, but he's not consistent enough, he is having some troubles. I like the Arizona Cardinals big in this game. 21 points, Arizona.
Early bus prediction on
Okay.
Lawrence, you reckon?
Yeah.
Crazy Brad?
Yeah, no. He's got some work to do.
Yeah.
And does Urban Meyer.
Yeah, right. Haven't looked at Jacksonville, to be honest. So.
Yeah, I've had a little peek.
Mm-hmm.
That touchdown pass.
Well, you wouldn't
Excuse
want to
me,
because
R2,
they've lost
sorry.
17 straight games.
All right, back it
Alright.
up. No. Crazy Brad's going to go, and then you go. Ian.
Yeah, that touchdown pass that put Jacksonville up by 7 points last week was world class. From Trevor Lawrence, but it's few and far between. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. He did put up a great touchdown pass last week early on.
Okay. Go. You talking, R2?
Crazy Bro. Or
What? No, I'm waiting
Yeah,
for Jackson.
not some. Yeah, something just went really bad. So I'll take in this one by Jacksonville just leaking too many points by 10 or plus points 7 games. They haven't won in 17 weeks. I'm going Cardinals here by 18.
Okay. Well, that was weird. Heaps of weird shit going there. Okay, so Washington football team at the Buffalo Bills. We have talked about this game, so I'm just going to give you my prediction right now. I've got football team by 9 points. We're going to be pretty happy after this game.
Yeah, I think we will. I'm also picking Washington by 7 points. So there you have it. Two of the smartest football team fans on the internet giving out winners. Washington by 7.
Yeah, agreed. Very
Awesome.
smart people.
I've got a prediction on this game too, and I'm not going to come on here talking smack or shit about this game with you two here with me. You've said it. So I don't have much, but my prediction is Buffalo by 6.
No, that's fine. Look, we respect your insight, and that's fine.
Well, I
It
can't
is going to be
come
a
on
tough
you
game.
going on and about them. Yeah, bring it on. I hope you guys win. But I ain't changing
Yeah.
tip.
No, that's fine. The New York Jets at the Denver Broncos. I've got Denver in this one by 5. Am I correct on this? Is Teddy Bridgewater injured?
Mm.
Did I hear that? He was injured?
I think he's training.
No. No, I think he got hurt last week.
I think he could be right.
Yeah, they put up a list of injured quarterbacks in week 2 the other day watching, I think it was the Ravens game. And yeah, pretty sure he was on there, but I'm not sure of his status for this week. But I've still got Denver winning because I think Drew Luck's pretty good, and they also have what's his name there in Denver? Can't remember. But yeah, Denver by 5 points over the Jets. That's just past the point spread.
These two teams hate each other big time. It's going to be a close one. The Broncos aren't world class, and certainly the Jets aren't themselves. But I'm going to take the Broncos by 3 points in a thriller.
Mm.
Jets to bounce back and show a little bit of respect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
CR2. Oh, sorry.
It was the Jets quarterback. Zach Wilson, he 14. The last 3 times that the Jets has done that, they've won a on the bounce back. He's going to be, I reckon, and I have by 1.
All right. Okay, sorry, I was just having a quick little look. The Miami Dolphins at the Las Vegas Raiders. Remember last game of the season, the Miami Dolphins and the Raiders had that absolute cracking game when Fitzmagic got his face mask pulled at the end there, and he actually completed the pass, and then they helped put him into field goal range, and then Miami kicked that game-winning field goal. It was an absolute amazing game. Well, here we are again. Miami Tua Tagovailoa with the fractured ribs last week. He will not be playing. Tony Brissett is now the Miami quarterback, who could give Miami a better chance than Tua, in my opinion. But Vegas are playing out of their skins right now, and well, should I say, Derek Carr's playing out of his skin right now too. He looks pretty good. Something going on there with R2. But I've got the Raiders by 12 in this game. Poor Miami after last week's shutout. Looking staring at the barrel, 1-2.
They are. Yeah, look, the Raiders have been impressive for the last 2 seasons, and this is really no flash in the pan for Derek Carr. He's been a consistent footballer for many years. Yes, it's now exciting, and I'm totally on board with that. He's playing his best football as he gets older. I do like the Raiders in this one by 7 points.
Okay. Yeah, well, Miami's got a defense that, like ours, was hyped up quite. A good young defense, and they got some pieces they've added this year in the draft and all that. But right now, as of last week against Buffalo, it's got to be disappointing for them. That type of showing, and
It is, and it also sets them up for one of the biggest surprises of the weekend. But we will
it
see.
does. It does. Yeah, I smell a rat. You might be right. You just might be right there. But I'm not going to change my pick. All right. Seattle Seahawks at the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota yet to get a win this season. Missing the field goal last week would have been devastating. Just like it would have been for us. Though Minnesota, I'm not counting them out just yet. And Seattle, yeah, well, not perfect either. However, I've got Seattle winning this game by 3 points, going into Minnesota. And, yeah, Seattle by 3 for me.
Minnesota have been quite unlucky the first 2 weeks of the season. I sounded like Tommy Lavero there with me. Look, I'm going to back the Vikings this weekend by a big score. I'm going to back them by 2 touchdowns, 15 points, get back on track. Vikings by 15.
Okay. Well, we have lost R2 on the camera, but we can tell you on his last pick he's got Raiders by 25. This has just come in now. And for this game, he had Seahawks by 8. And you had, sorry, what did you have, Crazy?
15.
Raiders
15
by, Seahawks by 15. Okay.
No, Minnesota by 15.
Oh, Minnesota by 15.
Yeah.
All right. This one's going to be a great game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Los Angeles Rams. I had looked, like I said, I went to the TAB, I had a look at the points, read a look at the money. The points is like -2.5, or no, it's ridiculous. It's going to be a very close game. And I flipped on it, and I went back to home field advantage, and I'm just going to say, well, the Rams by 1 point, because it could go either way, right? This game could go either way. It could be a 2-point win, it could be a 1-point win by Tampa Bay. Split right down the middle for me. Game of the week. Without a shadow of a doubt, game of the week. Matthew Stafford and Tom Brady, Cooper Kupp and fucking Evans, Mike Evans and Gronkowski and you name it, they're all playing. Jalen Ramsey, finger licking good. Aaron Donald. The list goes on. There's some superstars in this game. Rams by 1 point.
Yeah, I agree. Game of the week. I'm going to back the Los Angeles Rams by, I think I had them by 9. I don't have my phone here with the tip, but I believe I've got the Rams by 9 points this weekend. Look, we'll just get enough in front of the Bucs this week. Tom Brady, as great as he is, he starts games slow, as in he'll have one drive and go 3 out, and come back the next drive and score a touchdown. That's his slow start. It's a hard one to pick, but I do like the Rams showing some spirit against the Super Bowl champions, and I'm gonna back the Rams. Really back them, and I've got them.
Yeah, no, good. Look, like I said, we'll be watching. It's going to be a good game. So eyes on the telly. That's for sure. Okay. So the Green Bay Packers, who bounced back last week against the Lions, Aaron Rodgers, I believe he threw for 4 touchdowns. Going to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. This is one of these good old, reminds me of like the 90s, early 90s, Green Bay and San Francisco, Jerry Rice and Reggie White and Brett Favre and Steve Young and all that good shit. Should be a good game. Should be a good game. I've got the 49ers winning this one, though, at home by 4 points. 4 points. Not a field goal, not a touchdown. Just somewhere in the middle there. 4 points. Yeah. Green Bay beating Detroit doesn't, make me think they're back. I need to see more from Green Bay. I had high expectations for Green Bay. And we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he's that type of player that he's like a snake in the S position, like ready to strike. And the key is you can't let him do that. When they get in front, he'll try for that killer punch straight away, whether it's in the first quarter, the second quarter, or the third. So the key is for the 49ers is to start quick, and I am going to back them to do that. And I'm going to back the 49ers by 4 points.
Okay. Yep. So you got the same as me. 49ers by 4 points. Good one.
Yep.
I totally agree. Last game of the round. Was it the last game?
90 by 11 for R2.
Yeah, Niners by 11 for R2 Randall, of course. Dallas Cowboys. Philadelphia Eagles at Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. Going to be another good game. Obviously, a division game. Plenty to look out for in this one for us Washington fans, but someone will lose, someone will win. If it's the Eagles, well, they'll take the top of the division if we don't beat the Bills, and if we don't beat the Bills, it'll be the Cowboys. So I've got the Cowboys winning this game by 3 points on a late field goal. I was tempted to pick the Eagles, but I think the Cowboys have got a little bit more. Picked the Eagles last week, and it just stung to see them that I was wrong. But, felt dirty after that. What you got?
Yeah. Well, look, we'll see what Jalen Hurts has this week against the Cowboys. 3 weeks into his second season or first full season as a starter. Will be interesting. It would not surprise me if it's another 35-32 game between these two teams. And that is the margin that I have. I've got the Cowboys by 3 points, same as you. It'll probably be a late field goal. I got the Cowboys with too much strike power, and their coach will pull off some ballsy plays at home. They should get the money.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a lot more than that. But
it could well be.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. The Eagles are going to really show out for a division game and try their best. And here we go. Here's R2. He's got Cowboys by 1.
Yep.
So one on the Cowboys.
Yeah, if I can just say something else about this matchup. These two teams schedule ahead. The schedule ahead for them is brutal. We talk about Washington football team's schedule and how brutal it is, but someone's going to win this game on the weekend and perhaps be on top of the division, but it's very, very early. I think actually the Cowboys might even have Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next week It's
No, they
it's
opened the
not.
season with
They did,
Tom
yeah. It
Brady.
might be the Eagles, but yeah, the schedule doesn't get any easier for these two teams. So enjoy the win while you can, losers.
Yeah. Well, look, the division's ours right now. We hold, you know, we're in charge right now. We control our own destiny. We just need to keep winning and you know,
You
controlling our
do,
own destiny
you do.
early in
Maybe
week
that.
3. It's yeah. So if we win against Buffalo, it doesn't really matter what all these other teams really do, except we always want to get that separation because look, we don't play a division game now until December,
Yep,
and hopefully by December we're all clicking on all cylinders, and
yep,
Dallas and the Giants and the Eagles are all going to be going, well, fuck, we got to go and
yep.
play Washington now.
And this is our bonus game. It's the added game onto the schedule.
Mm.
Uh, you'll find that the Cowboys, the Giants won't be playing the Buffalo Bills. That was our prize for winning the NFC East last year.
Yeah,
So it is, it's a big game for us. I haven't seen how this 17-week schedule is going to work. So I don't know how important the bonus game is at the moment, but you know, it's it's our bonus game. So enjoy it.
it doesn't
Let's
feel
get
like a bonus game though in week 3. Like it just seems like it's just another game. Like
it's
we've got to win the game, like
it is.
because it's just been another L on the column, like.
That's right.
But you're right. I mean, like they poured out the schedule and then they added Buffalo on it. Like, oh, and by the
Yep.
way, you
Yep.
guys are also going to play Buffalo. I was like, oh, fucking thanks. You know.
Yep. And we played them last year, and Dwayne Haskins almost, he didn't. I wouldn't say he almost beat them, but it was one of his early starts, and they only ended up winning by 16-7 or 14-17. It wasn't a shellacking, and that
No,
was
we
it.
played them the year before. We didn't play them last year.
No, you're right. Correct. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
2 seasons ago, which was not long ago.
No. No, they still had players. I mean,
They had players.
yeah. Yeah, no, I remember. We haven't, wasn't that long ago we've played them. Like, it's not like we've only played them 2 times since we flogged them in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So it's going to be an interesting game, man.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Yeah. All right. Well, we might end the show with that, and we'll get back, and like it's always good when we don't have like drama to talk about, and we just sort of get on with what's going on, and we've got a big game this week, and some really good games going on around the league, and
Yep.
enjoy your Sunday ticket, and I know I will, and we've got that special weekend coming up where we have the public holiday, and that's always a good one.
Yep.
So,
And this is what's special about our show. We don't get into the drama like all these other vloggers do. I'm not calling out the other vloggers. If anyone is watching this show that enjoys the Washington football team, give us a like or leave us a comment. Let us know that you're watching, because we talk differently here. We get down to the nitty gritty. We're not interested in Taylor Heineke 6-pack or whatever other drama they had in DC this week. We talk football here, bro.
yeah, no, we do. I mean, look, if there's an issue, if there's drama within the team, I'm talking about. We have to address the issues
We do,
come
yes.
up and things like that. So we don't harp on it too long. We've trying to run a polished performance over here, polished show. So always good, and always good to have you on, R2. I mean, Crazy Brave, and you, R2. Thank you for your time, and you too, Crazy Brave. Don't forget you can check out Crazy Brave on Twitter at Crazy Brave 74, and you also find me on Twitter too. You know where I'm at, and we have plenty of good insight during the game too. So if you follow us on the Twitter, sound like an old man. All right, well that's it until next week, and thank you very much, and good night.